Shouldn't be travelling at all, should be staying in our own homes, turning off the heating, being very good, because we've only got 10 years left to save the planet. Well, that was the message yet again from Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge, yesterday, as he, alongside David Attenborough, launched a £50 million global environmental prize to help convert climate change doom-mongering into optimism that he believes can save the planet. Well, let's talk about this with Dr. BennyPeiser. He's director of the Global Warming Policy Forum. Good morning to you, Benny.
Good morning,
Now,
Julia.
I'm all in favour of us having environmental prizes, and this would be over a 10-year period, 5 £1 million prizes for people who are sort of winning innovators each year, who are looking at solutions and showing different new ways of doing things that are improving all aspects of our environment. All well and good. Absolutely, that's what we need. We need problem solving, we need innovation and all of that. However, these things are always sold on the basis that we've only got 10 years left to save the planet. But this isn't the first time we've been given 10 years to save the planet, isn't it? Hasn't that happened virtually every year since about 1970?
Yeah. It's always 10 years. But let's look at the positives. It is good that for the first time, these prizes are actually not being paid by taxpayers. This is kind of, spare cash by the world's richest green billionaires, who have apparently estimated worth 120 billion among themselves. So this is money coming from the so-called private sector. That's okay. People are not aware that we currently here in the UK raise £50 billion every year in environmental taxes. So you would have thought that, with 50 billion every year, some of the kind of key environmental problems could be targeted. Problem, of course, is that the government never uses that money for any environmental things.
No, that's the thing. All these people, what I find funny is it's the people who are the multi-billionaires and the royals and all of them. I mean, we see this with Prince Harry even more so. They're the ones who live in these huge houses, have huge families, have massive big guzzling cars, get hundreds of private jets every year, and then tell us that we should be consuming less. To save the planet. You think, well, hold on a minute, we're not all going around in private jets, we're flying on Ryanair a couple of times a year. Get over yourself. I mean, this isn't the first time, of course, that the royals are telling us these sort of doom-mongering. We've heard this from William, we've heard this from Harry an awful lot of times, many times before. And we've even heard it from Prince Charles. Back in March 2009, he said we had 100 months to save the planet, which is about just over 8 years. That was in 2009. And the planet's still here. And I know they're not meaning the planet's going to explode and disappear, but they're saying that, we're going to get past a certain point where we're at a tipping point. But again, we have heard this from different doom mongers, the Malthusian sort of overpopulation crisis people and others. We've heard this virtually every single year for decades now. And it's always doom and gloom. It's always about a crisis. It's always catastrophizing everything instead of a practical, hey, guys, maybe it's a good idea if we try and have more renewables, or we try and, consume on a more sensible basis. We don't build fridges that only last 10 years and we don't have plastic bottles. I'm all in favour of the sensible stuff, but why do they feel the need to catastrophize everything and make it all a crisis?
Well, I think this prize is a bit of a fig leaf. I mean, Prince William actually gave it away a little bit in his interview on the BBC when he said, the key thing about this Earthshot prize is the positivity and the idea to find solutions, because that will enable us, and he says, to live our lives and enjoy our lives without feeling guilty about some of the things we do. So basically, it's, we are the green do-gooders. We are spending, these millions, and therefore, please forgive us for our lifestyles, because let's not forget, the 1% of the wealthiest in the world are emitting twice as much as the 3 billion of the poorest in the world.
Wow, that is quite a stat. We'll have to leave it there. Huge thanks, Dr. BennyPeiser, Director of the Global Warming Policy Forum. Appreciate that. 9:33 is the time. Up next.